And young men in third and fourth forms at all secondary schools in the territory are expected to benefit from a one-day seminar to be hosted by Follow the Movement at HLSCC on March 7. The seminar will be the second of its kind and follows a call by Mrs. Lorna Smith for activities to engage the youth. Speaking at a press briefing to announce the upcoming seminar, Mrs. Smith credited Craig Pushpop Lake for helping to reach young people in the Virgin Islands society.
I was very pleased that Craig assisted me or supported me in my goal to reach young people. And Craig is somebody I call a community organizer. You remember Barack Obama used to be a community organizer. I see him as that in this community. He communicates with everybody, and at every single level. I remember Nichols a few years ago. Lisa Nichols came a few years ago, and he was the person who brought the young people from the high schools, all of the high schools, together, and they had an excellent session. The Rotary Club of Tortola has contributed significantly to his efforts in reaching young people and in harnessing the talent of young people. And BV Islanders, as you know, are very talented. Our young BV Islanders, they sing well, they perform well, they dance well, and I have a lot of time for him, and I see him as a role model. And the more that we can bring more role models into the BVI, such as Melanie Fiona, Convict, the group that was here a few years ago, and I believe are coming again. The more that we can do that, the more the young people have not just the local role models that they can relate to, but the international ones who are just like them. And I'm very pleased to be a part of this.
A similar seminar was held on December 6, 2013, targeting young women in the 4th and 5th forms. Mrs. Lorna Smith was one of the facilitators and recalled sharing her experiences as someone who emerged from humble beginnings here in the Virgin Islands.
I spoke about my experiences as a young person, the fact that I myself came up. It's more than humble beginnings. As a very poor BV Islander who worked hard with good parents and discipline and managed to do well. And Mitch gave the male perspective, the male and young perspective, so to speak. And it was an excellent session. Melanie was Melanie Fiona, she's as her name is. She was very, very inspirational, and the young people, the young women responded very well to it. I was certainly very pleased with the outcome.
The seminar will be addressed by several speakers, including Minister Melvin Turnbull, Vice President of Hope Foundation BVI Limited, and Director of Project Lionheart, a mentorship program in partnership with the Ministries of Education and Culture and Health and Social Development, along with the Virgin Islands Youth Court.
I'm speaking on school dropouts and teenage pregnancy. I don't know anything about teenage pregnancy. I've never been pregnant, but we're going to have a conversation based on the experience that I have, and some of the other topics: social media, crime and violence, gender equality, prison life, presentation on tattoos and anger management. I think is going to be a well-rounded forum for our young men. As Craig said, Project Lionheart under Hope Foundation, we basically have been doing work since 2006 here in the BVI, and then especially from back in 2013 last year when I left my job to do it full time, to mentor young men and women who are dropping out of school, who are having problem with the court systems, who parents not being able to structure them and gear them in the right, just basically working with them to help them reset their mind. So it's about partnership. We can't stand because Craig is doing follow the movement and that's his thing. I'm gonna stand back and not doing, because when I have some event for Lionheart or whatever the case may be, I call him. Even if he can't do everything, he said, Mitch, I'm there for you. And to Mrs. Smith for her support to reaching out to the young people above and beyond just the finals and the semifinals, but just reaching out to them in the seminar forum.
The man who spearheads Follow the Movement, Craig Lake, applauded the businesses that will help to make the one-day seminar a success.
The event is on March 7th at the college. We're going to be there from 10 o'clock in the morning. I really want to take this time and really recognize to Miss Cowley George at Speedy's Transport. They're going to be doing the Anigada and Virgin Gada transport. She did that for us last year also, and we really appreciate that. And Miss Patty Romney of Romney Associates, along with Romney Associates too, because they're going to be doing the ground transportation that is going to be picking up from Sickles, become straight up, picked up to the boat, pick up by Elmo South High School, and take everyone to the college. And you know, it's a real plus. We really appreciate it for that. So that way we can have them there for 10 o'clock. And we can finish by 2:30 so they can be back to the different schools, so they can catch the respectable different buses to take them back home. So once again, we want to invite, you know, persons, parents, adults, if you want to come and look on and see. And even if you have ideas and things like that that you feel you can share with any one of us or anybody from the movement, or even Ms. Smith, or even from Lionheart, on ways where we can help shape and, you know, cut down, decrease some of the problems that you feel like we're having out there in the community, feel free to hit us up. Feel free to look at us and, you know, tell us, and we can put it together and make it a reality.
The one-day seminar will feature various guest speakers from throughout corporate BVI, along with entertainment by Planet VI.